Welcome back to another bodywork video on the Honda. So today we're going to be continuing our bodywork adventure. You know, this nice warped curvy door here, and we're going to progress from this to something a whole lot smarter and something that body shops actually do, and that's use panel bonder. So here you're looking at the inside of the door. I took the door panel off real quick and easy, just, you know, a few screws here and there, pop a few clips, came right off. And in here we can see the inside of these holes. So what I'm going to do is grind the back of that and make like a larger piece of steel, and I'm going to put some panel bonder on it, and then I got to find some way to clamp it to let it dry. I'm going to clamp it for, it says 4 hours, 24-hour dry time, but I'll just leave it clamped for the 24, and I'm going to see if I can you know, panel bond and fill all these holes. This one right here where the screw was is going to be, I don't know, not really sure what I'll do for this one. I might just put a little bit of tape and put some panel bonder on some tape and then squish it in, and then I'll have like panel bonder in there, but I don't know if I like that idea necessarily. I mean, maybe I should weld that one. I'll just have to figure out what I'm going to do with it. But yeah, as far as all the rest of these, it should be pretty straightforward. To get to the other ones, I can go in here, or I can also take the speaker out, which I might end up doing just to get up in there. Yeah, so I'm going to get to work, take my you know, cookie wheel and grind some of the paint off in here, and then I'm going to have to make some squares, and I'll show you guys this panel bonding stuff. It's pretty cool. And that way we'll be able to keep the car nice and straight and not warp the door like I did in the back, even though I think it's going to come out pretty good with the body work that I'm doing, but it's just less work if I don't have to fix a warped door. So that's why I'm going with the panel bonder. So should be good to go, and yeah, I'll show you guys after I clean it all up. Alright guys, so I got all of these outside squares sanded off with the cookie wheel 36 grit paper, and the other side as well. Some of these were a pain to get to. I ended up going in through the speaker hole on that side, but I did get all these guys scuffed inside of here. So we are ready for the panel bonder. The panel bonder needs bare metal, so I'm going to make squares that are slightly larger than those you know, holes in our door there, and then we'll basically coat them, and then I need to find a way to clamp them in there. I'm not exactly sure what I want to do just yet. I could do like I'm not sure. I need to think. I gotta find a way that I want to clamp it. I was thinking like pieces of wood in here that are like strips, and I could like bend them and have them flexing and like pointing towards the hole there to hold tension on it. There's got to be a good way to do it. I don't know. I may do some research or something, but I'll probably clamp it tomorrow night or the next night. I don't really. Tonight's kind of getting late, and I don't want to rush it, so I'll probably save it for another night. So I also got the inside of the door scuffed, and if you look up in here, it was pretty tough to get in here with the angle grinder with the cookie wheel, but I was able to get in here and do a decent job cleaning it up. So the panel bonder needs bare metal to bare metal, so we got to make sure that it's all cleaned up. And on this side I was able to actually go in on the speaker hole and clean up these two over here. Unfortunately there's one that I'm not going to be able to get to, which is this end one right here. This one actually is like closed in the door, so I'm going to have to weld this one, but these fender ones I should be able to get to from the back if I take the fender off. So I'm going to do that, and then we should have minimal welding here. Maybe just this one I'll have to weld as well. I'm going to put probably a little piece in there, just since the back side of this is actually, you know, the inside of the door right there. So I'm gonna have to weld a little piece in there, and I'll smooth it from both sides. But yeah, it shouldn't be too big of a deal. So yeah, that's where I'm at right now. I'm probably gonna pick up with this tomorrow or the next night. I don't want to rush the process here of the panel bonding. So it's like 2 days later, and I don't know if you guys can tell. Hopefully you can tell from the last video. I got my microphone adapter, so I'm hoping that the audio quality is better for you guys. I already did a couple of test videos, and it seems like it's going to be much better. So I'm happy about that. Hopefully any more videos I do in the car should sound better too. Hopefully you guys can actually hear the car. Yeah, that remains to be seen. So hopefully background noise is better too. The heater's going in the background right now. I got this thing warming up the garage. It's like 50, so I don't need that much heat, but just a little bit to take the chill out. I haven't really done much else since the last clip I showed you, but I did get the lightweight filler in. My garage is a mess, I have to clean, I know, but I got this nice lightweight filler and the hardener with it, so I'm gonna go ahead and mix up some of this and throw a nice little skim coat on the bottom, I think, and I'm gonna throw a tape line on it and just skim coat that. And then I'd like to try to do the panel bonder tonight on these. I just have to figure out the best way to clamp it and try to get all 5 of those clamped up. And then that front one, I'm gonna have to actually weld this one because I can't get to it. And then the 2 on the fender I can glue up too. Might do those separately. Maybe I'll do both fenders at the same time or something. But yeah, so I brought home these tips because we actually use the same tips at the place I work for Corian. We mix Corian glue in here to make Corian countertops. It's like a 2-part epoxy, or it's not an epoxy, but whatever. Anyway, this is a panel bonding adhesive, and you've got to use a new tip because once you mix these together, they harden, and it hardens so good that you will never get it apart. So that's awesome. We got a bunch of tips here for some different applications, so I'm pretty much ready to go with all of that. I just got to figure out my method of clamping the pieces in there, and I got to make the pieces as well. So stay tuned for that, and hopefully we get this thing worked out tonight and get some more filler on the back and maybe get some filler on the front too if we can get that far. Actually, I might wait because the panel adhesive has to dry, so I'll probably let that dry. But yeah, soon we'll get filler on the front. So I just laid another coat of filler on here, this time the fine filler. And this stuff's pretty nice. It honestly spreads pretty far. I didn't lay it on very thick at all. Like, you can still see metal in areas, but I just wanted to kind of go through, and that's going to fill any deep sanding scratches. I mean, even though I'm going to make some of my own here when I go to sand it, but I think I might start with a bit of a higher grit. I might start with like 180, or I don't know, I might start with 80 and just see how that goes. I'm going to do it really lightly. I'll take it down just a little bit, and then I'll put a guide coat on it, and then we should be able to see what we're looking at as far as high and low spots. So yeah, we're gonna let this set up. It's probably set up enough for me to remove the tape, so let's see how we did. Alright, so that should reveal our straight body line, which looks pretty good to me. So yeah, we'll try to watch out when we're sanding there and not hit the upper body line. Alright guys, so I got all 5 of these little pieces cut out here. I just cut them out with my angle grinder, and then I took them down to the bench grinder and the wire wheel, and I cleaned them all up, made them all bare metal on all sides. So that's what you want for ideal adhesion, just like I did with the car. And so on the car itself, I'm going to try to clean this up outside. I think I also might grab a file and just file inside here so the panel bonder can get in here as well. So that's the plan for that. And then I think I have a plan to clamp these from the inside, but I have to, yeah, I got to test it first, I say, and do a dry run just to make sure that it works. And then I'll be ready to go, because there's no going back once this stuff starts hardening. It's you know, it's hard for good, so you gotta make sure everything's lined up. Okay guys, so I totally scrapped the board idea just because the clamps I have are way too big to get in there, and I thought I was gonna be able to get it to work, but I don't think that that is going to happen. So what I am gonna do here is
I'm going to try and tape it. So I have some Gorilla Tape lined up here, and I'm just going to go ahead and, you know, screw my tip on, purge it a little bit, and then get going here, I guess, and just coat it up, stick it in there. I already cleaned everything off with denatured alcohol, and that helps to you know, make sure we don't have any contaminants and that we're going to have good adhesion. So yeah, I guess I'm just going to get started. I'm probably going to try with the harder ones first, and then actually no, maybe I'll start with the easy ones and then work my way into the harder ones, and that way you know, we don't run out of like pot life in the actual chemical itself. I don't want the tip to harden up on me. I don't want to waste too many tips. So yeah, we'll see if we can get it all done in one tip. It's supposed to have a 4-hour clamp time, 24-hour cure time, so I guess we'll just see how it goes. But I'm going to set up the camera and just let you guys watch me do the easier ones over here. Alright guys, so I'm not sure if you could tell from that last clip, but I got all of them done, all 5 of them. It went pretty well, honestly. I'm pretty happy with the way it came out. I knew it was going to come out good. I mean, it's pretty simple, honestly. You're just gluing pieces of metal in there, and this panel bonder is really good stuff. It's a little bit thinner than I thought it was going to be, but it's not too bad. I had gloves on, so I was able to work it with my finger, and I'll show you what I did on the inside of the door. I just used Gorilla Tape and made like an X pattern so it can't move any which way. This one I actually added a little bit more because I went kind of light, and then all of them I went all the way down, all 5 of them. I'm not sure what I'm going to do about this yet. I may try to use panel bonder on this too. There's a little bit of rust there, so I'm going to have to grind this and make sure we get all the rust out so I can prevent that from getting any worse. And then that other one you cannot see, so that one I'm definitely going to have to weld from the outside. Yeah, this one over here, I can see light, so I don't know, maybe it's like connected to the door, but it's just so thin there that I can't actually get to it, so we'll figure that out. And then these 2 fender guys I will end up doing, I don't know, probably at some other date, but as for right now, we're looking good. So I just have to wait 24 hours for this to dry, so I'll come back to it tomorrow, and then we can grind that crap off, and then we'll apply some filler and see if we can get this thing looking nice and smooth. And we should have no warpage whatsoever. I'll just keep the grinder really slow when I do it so I don't warp the panel. But yeah, so we shouldn't have any warpage there, and then it'll be much easier to work than this rear door here, because this door is killing me. Although it is the closest that it's been yet. I think I still need another coat of light filler. But yeah, it's much smoother. I just have these 2 areas that are high, and so, you know, like this area, and this area back here is low. You can see my guide coat is still there, so we know that's low. A little bit here, and then a little bit here. So yeah, we're getting there, but I'm just gonna keep working on this door until it's straight. I mean, it's just taking me a while, but it's actually getting there. I'm making progress, so I'm happy with that. But yeah, as far as this goes, I'm gonna call it for tonight, so peace. Alright guys, so it's the following day, and I just got home from work, and these guys were dried up pretty good, looking like this. So it's dry enough to touch. I pushed on it pretty hard, and it does not seem like that panel is going anywhere. I mean, it seems just as strong as the surrounding sheet metal, so that's good. It's a very good sign. So right here, this guy actually just decided I'm not even going to use a grinder at all, and I just used sandpaper. So yeah, just using sandpaper, I used 80, and I was able to actually sand it flush. It still feels a little bit raised. Yeah, so maybe a little more sanding. I did this one too. So I just got to do these 3 right here, and then they'll all be sanded flush, and then I can slap some filler on these and just try to smooth it all out, because I know it's not going to be perfect. So yeah, I'll just throw a tape up here. And then as for back here, I'm gonna throw on another coat of filler as well. So probably just some lightweight filler. Over here, I might just do regular filler just because we got some larger holes here. So, you know, we're gonna do some regular filler. I think I do hear some people like to mix the regular filler and the lightweight filler, and it like makes it smooth out better. So maybe I'll try that. So yeah, that's the plan for tonight. And yeah, then it'll be more sanding. Alright guys, so I think that this is probably where I'm going to call it for tonight. I'm thinking it's looking pretty good. Most of these are really good. I sanded them relatively flat. A couple of them I sanded too much, mostly being the last one. I think I'm just going to throw some lightweight filler over the top and give it like a nice skim coat. And yeah, if we skim coat it, and then I'll block it with 80, and then we'll go to 180, and then we'll actually go to primer. So that's going to be the next step. I think I'm really close to being ready to prime over here. There's just a couple of spots I want to touch up, but overall it's feeling really straight. It feels really straight. It's just the metal areas that I keep revealing with the block that are, you know, making me worry, but I think that it's gonna look really good. I'm excited, so I gotta get some primer on it within the next few days, hopefully. Maybe tomorrow I can get some primer on it, and yeah, I'll be excited to see what it looks like with primer, see if it looks straight or not. But yeah, that's really the only way we're going to be able to tell, so stay tuned for that. But thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys are enjoying these bodywork videos. If you are, let me know. But it is what it is. I'm going to be doing bodywork on the car, and yeah, this is going to take me a month or two, so look forward to more bodywork videos and hopefully more driving videos pretty soon, because now that I have this new mic, I think it's going to sound really good, and I really want to get the car driving again. So the sooner I get primer on it, the sooner we can drive. So yeah, I'm getting there. We're getting there. So thanks for watching, everybody, and you know, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Almost at 300, so that's pretty awesome. I started this channel and just started pumping out videos, and you know, I had, you know, no subscribers, and slowly we got to 300 over like a little under a year. That's still like 8 months or something. So yeah, I appreciate it. It's been good. I can't wait to get a little bit bigger. You know, it's gonna be fun. So thanks for watching again, and I'll see you guys in the next one.